All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Marisa Harelson, and thank you so much for joining us for learning about just really incredible medical breakthrough backed by the highest levels of clinical research that has everything to do with how we age and view diseases, and also a beautiful vehicle that's helping people, basically live the life of their dreams. My name is Marisa Harelson. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm the mom of two grown teenagers, almost a 20-year-old daughter. She's in college in computer science, and a son who's going to be a senior in high school. I've been married for almost 21 years, and we have two Yorkies. One of them would be right here behind me. And anyway, so nice that you joined us tonight. I just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to learn about something pretty extraordinary. So thank the person that actually invited you to be a part of this call. You're going to learn about nutrigenomics. What in the world is nutrigenomics? Well, think about it, nutrition for your genes. And basically it's about changing gene expression through nutrition and naturally occurring compounds. I learned about this incredible company through our flagship product that you're gonna know about in just a few moments called Protandim. It's what you'll hear later on is a NRF2 activator. So it's not a vitamin, it's not a supplement. It's actually a combination of 5 beautiful plants that turn on a pathway in our DNA that is the most extraordinary what researchers are calling therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. So it's basically allowing your body to turn back on its own production of anti-aging enzymes. And it was featured on an ABC primetime investigative report back in 2005 with John Quinones. If you have not seen that ABC primetime, please get back to the person that shared this with you, and we'll make sure that you get that link and you watch it, because that's what happened with me 7 years ago, overhearing a conversation in a yoga studio. I'm a teacher of yoga. I love yoga. I'm a student of yoga. Before yoga, I was a television news reporter and anchor. I worked in that industry almost 20 years. And I left that industry when my children were small because I wanted to be home with them. That kind of job kind of rules your life and all your time. And really, guys, if we don't have time, we don't really have a life. So when I saw this and when I overheard a conversation in yoga and I watched that ABC and I saw what was happening with people, that they were getting not only healthier, but also getting that time back and being able to make choices for their own lives and becoming the CEO of their own lives by sharing what we have our hands on, then I knew I was going to jump in. And this has just been the most joyful work that I have ever done. We are helping so many people. Our health is everything, and without our health, nothing else matters. So LifeVantage has grown into what is called the leader at the forefront. We're the first generation of called biohackers. And you're going to hear that word over and over and over now, called biohacking. And we're really at the forefront of that. And through nutrigenomics, which is basically the science of your nutrition and your gene expression, with the prevention and treatment, especially, with regard to the prevention and treatment of disease. So it was talked about on the Today Show about a year and a half ago about nutrigenomics. And, it's really about us taking control of our own biology. And it's expected to be a $17 billion industry by the year 2023. So now I'm going to take you, I want to follow up with where LifeVantage is today. So we had this flagship product called Protandim. It's a beautiful blue bottle. It used to not be in a pretty blue bottle, but it is. That's activating our DNA. Well, now I'm going to show you kind of where we are today, because we are addressing the root cause of why people age and get issues in their tissues.
LifeVantage began in a lab with a single powerful scientific discovery. A discovery that proved that people around us have more capacity, potential, and ability within them than we have been led to believe. At LifeVantage, we can no longer accept the limits of the human condition. So we began introducing biohacking. The idea that you can be better today than you were yesterday. You can take control of your own biology. Your health doesn't have to decline as you get older. You don't have to simply accept the hand you can dealt. In just a few short years, LifeVantage is about biohacking to the mainstream, shortening the gap between cutting-edge scientific research and conservation. Every day in research labs around the world, we are learning how much more our bodies can do for us. We can flip the right internal switches. So we're creating products that flip those switches. And we're doing it with a dedication to quality and safety and a different approach to selling those products. Sure, we could have gone the expected route. Sold our products on big box shelves just like everyone else. In fact, first we did just that. We realized something. Product sales were fueled by word of mouth, personal success stories, not marketing goals. So we stopped paying big box stores and started paying our customers for what we're already doing, which allowed us to eliminate the gamble of traditional advertising in favor of performance-based payouts. In the process, we ended up turning biohacking into a movement, empowering women, minorities, and all entrepreneurs to break societal barriers and realize what they're capable of, fueled by the power of leveraging. From 127 biohackers when we began to over 1 million in less than a decade, the movement has become a global phenomenon. No signs of slowing down. Our products aren't the only way we're investing in. We're creating hardworking technology using AI, machine learning, and mobility, making it easy to run a launch-managed business so that it's taking root.
Welcome to Life Recap.
Because of that first profound discovery, we are fiercely dedicated to helping others see what we have seen, see the immense potential in what's around us. It's an inspiring way to see the world. Why the biohacker movement continues to grow at a blistering pace. That's why giving back to our communities is a fundamental core belief. It's why in a few short years we have expanded to 15 countries now and grown from one groundbreaking to economic products. Over 20. That's why we now have relationships with CEOs, sports teams, and influencers. That's why LifeVN has grown from 3 million in revenue the first year, closing in on a quarter billion. And it's why we will never stop. Because to change the way the world sees, it's not itself a difference. You have to be using your world potential in the process.
So I had just heard that the pictures were clear, but the audio wasn't. Basically, that's technology for you. So I can get you that video, and you can also watch biohackandactivate.com, biohackandactivate.com, and that's the ABC Primetime. So basically, our bodies are being hijacked, and they're being hijacked by the stresses of life, by people not having time, by physical, emotional, biochemical toxins, the cell phones, the EMFs from the cell phones, and also allergies. So basically, our bodies are being hijacked, but we are biohacking the hijackers by taking control of our biology and optimizing our genetic potential and becoming the best version of ourselves. So what we're talking about, our flagship product, Protandim, is scientifically proven to reduce oxidative stress 40% in 30 days and up to 70% after 120 days, after 120 days. And what is oxidative stress? We'll cut the apple in half and it turns brown. Guess what? That's what's happening inside of our bodies as we age. And oxidative stress is not a disease, but it's linked to every disease. And it is what causes the issues in the tissues. And you can see that it affects every organ system in the body that you can see right there on the screen. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, asthma, autism, ADD, Alzheimer's. My father passed away from Alzheimer's 3 years ago. My mother from heart disease. There are 5 heart studies on our flagship product, Protandim, and our F2 activator on what's called the National Institutes of Health website called pubmed.gov. That is the U.S. Medical Library. It's actually used internationally by researchers and doctors all over the world. And you just go to pubmed.gov and you type in Protandim, you're going to see 26 clinical peer-reviewed published studies on this website. Your taxpayer dollars pay for that. And from the American Heart Association, published in Circulation, the most conservative medical journal in the world. Louisiana State University, a skin cancer study. And Harvard, has anyone heard of Harvard? Colorado State, Washington State University, and the National Institute on Aging. In fact, they did a longevity study, the NIA, which is a part of the National Institute of Health, on to see whether mice live longer on Protandim. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that in just a moment. So Protandim is a Nrf2 synergizer activating a pathway in our DNA called NRF2. It's in every cell of our being, and it's the master regulator of the cell. So it's reducing oxidative stress 40% on average in 30 days. In the ABC report, you'll see that John Quinones's oxidative stress level was reduced by 45% in about 13 days. So it's supporting natural cellular repair and rejuvenation. and it increased the median lifespan of male mice by 7%. That is a longevity study. It was a 10-year study. LifeVantage did not pay for that. The first 3 studies LifeVantage paid for to show what it did. But the other 23 clinical peer-reviewed studies are done by top universities and researchers. There's not a natural product in the world that is on PubMed that has the science that ours does. Protandim is a combination of 5 plants: ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea, milk thistle, and turmeric. And you can take all 5 of those today. They're not going to do what one Protandim does. It's the synergy making each one of those plants, and it's actually different components of each one of the plants that turns on this Nerf2 switch and makes each one of those plants 1,800% more powerful than if you were to take them individually. So you've heard of antioxidants. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 antioxidant molecule, we need the acai berries, blueberries, and things like that nutritionally. But as far as the war against free radicals, when our bodies are producing like 300 septillion free radicals a day, which is about 3 and 27 zeros after that, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not really doing much on the war against free radicals. It's like putting a Dixie cup on a house fire. Protandim is like turning on the fire hoses in every room of the house. 1 little yellow pill a day helps activate your own body's production of anti-aging enzymes to eliminate 1 million free radicals per second, every second, scientifically proven, increasing catalase and glutathione, which is a master regulator of our cells, and what's called SOD, which our formulator actually co-discovered that anti-aging enzyme back in 1969 when he was at Duke University. We have multiple patents protecting us, and of course our product has been featured on all kinds of international media outlets. So we have the Protandim Nerf 2, but we also have what's called Protandim Nerf 1, boosting mitochondria production. We have a probiotic and an omega. That is kind of what we call the 4 core. That's addressing 4 flat tires of health. And that is our Vitality Stack. And the Vitality Stack just won an International Business Award out of 3,900 entries for the best new product in health and wellness and pharmaceutical industry. And it's not a drug. It's all natural. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. The Protandim Nerf 1 is a pathway, NRF1, that boosts mitochondria. That has everything to do with mitochondria. So the mitochondria, if you remember from your biology class, is actually the engine of the cell, and we have thousands of them. But as we age, guess what? Oxidative stress starts bombarding our mitochondria. Mitochondria die. Well, that's basically why we die, why we leave this earth, is because of mitochondria dysfunction, which is linked to all kinds of issues, from cardiovascular disease to cancers and fibromyalgia and ALS, autism, all kinds of neurological issues, Parkinson's. So this is boosting through a natural proprietary blend of ingredients working synergistically again to boost our mitochondria. A lot of people will experience better sleep, and of course you will increase your cellular energy, your ATP. Our products have the Banned Substance Control Group stamp of approval on them, so it deems it very safe for professional athletes. We have many professional athletes on our products. In fact, we are the official sponsors for Real Salt Lake Major League Soccer team, which is very, very exciting. We also have the NSF label, which is a very high manufacturing label that the United States government gives us that shows that we really take stringent efforts and go way above and beyond for quality control. Part of that Vitality Stack, the 3rd flat tire, is addressing gut health. So if you are not on a probiotic, that could be okay, because many probiotics end up being just expensive urine, pardon the expression, but most probiotics only have a 4% absorption rate. Ours is very unique. It has a BioTrack technology, which means it's time released. It protects the live bacteria that are inside, and 60% actually absorbs throughout the entire intestinal tract. And it also has a patented ingredient called Wellmune in it. And you can look up Wellmune. There's many studies on Wellmune. So it has really does boost the immune system. And when our gut is off, really, our brain is off, because the gut-brain connection really is one. And we are just getting started with the science of that. 10 years ago, researchers didn't realize, or just found out, that you could actually change the microbiome, the lining of your intestines, through nutrition. So I just think of, what Hippocrates said: let medicine be thy food, and let food be thy medicine. Nutrition is really your best line of defense as far as living a healthier life. So then the 4th flat tire is the Omega Plus. That's part of our Vitality Stack. And the omega, you can actually trace the fish to the boat. So every one of our bottles, or if you get them in the pack, you can get these in a to-go pack that are already counted out for you. The probiotic, the Protandim Nerf 1 and 2, and also the omega. The omega has omega-3s and 7s, no filler oils like 6s or 9s, and it's really supporting brain, heart, skin function, supporting a healthy immune system. And omega-7s, you'll like this, has actually been known to help for weight management. So it also has vitamin D3 in there as well. And you can trace the boat to the bottle. I mentioned that, or the bottle to the boat. And these fish are found in the coldest and cleanest waters in the Nordic, from pollock and cod. So that is our vitality stack. It's about $5 a day to biohack your health. I say you pay a little bit now, or you pay a lot more later, right? When you're really dealing with issues in your tissues. Our products do not cure, treat, or mitigate disease. Now I want to speak about Axio Smart Energy. So think about it. People get really tired a lot of times in the afternoon, and they've got that fog, but it's more of a brain fog. It's not even more of a physical fog. It's about just the mental endurance. So what Axio is, which is phytonutrients for the brain, all natural, no sugars, no carbonation, none of the nasty, scary stuff that actually can destroy your cells and your cardiovascular system. This is lifting mental fatigue and brain fog and increasing a positive mood. I just love it. We have decaf and caffeinated versions. I'm actually drinking the decaf version right now because I have a lot of energy. Also BSCG certified. And here's a doctor's nephew on the autism spectrum, 2 weeks on Protandim and Axio. And just look at the difference. The neurotransmitters are there. They're just not firing on all cylinders. And the ingredients in this, which include like Monterey pine bark, L-theanine, DMAE, quercetin, the caffeine is just from green tea. And it's basically putting the pieces of the puzzle together and getting the brain to fire up on all cylinders. This is a neuroscientist who actually did a brain mapping on a 15-year-old boy, 12 days on Nerf 1, Protandim, NRF1, NRF2, and Axio. And on the left side, you see red and purple. That's just not good. And looking over on the right side, just 2 weeks, there was a remarkable difference. And the school was calling the parents not to complain like they would usually do, calling 3 times a day about their son. They were saying, what are you doing differently? Your child is acting so much better. So it's really been a godsend for a lot of parents, I can tell you. We also have Physique, which is a holistic lifestyle weight management program, which includes a whey protein, 18 grams, a fat burner, and a prebiotic. And I love this prebiotic. The prebiotic has 3 strains of fibers in it, including a brown seaweed, which can really address the issue of candida, which is a very dangerous type of bacteria or yeast inside of the gut. It also, the fat burner is beautiful and it's natural, and it's actually attacking the visceral fat cells that are deep inside the gut that actually attack the organ and causes issues. So it really works on that waistline. We are not a weight loss company, but we do have support for you, and we have meal plans and all kinds of things for people that are really wanting to lose weight, making that commitment. And the whey protein has no casein in it, and it's found from the cleanest cows that are just roaming in Maine, so, or Vermont, that's right, Vermont. And so we mentioned Louisiana State University. They had done a study on our little yellow pill Protandim, and it was a skin cancer, melanoma skin cancer study where they were able to stop tumor growth in mice by 33% and the multiplicity by 57%. So the researchers encouraged LifeVantage to formulate a skincare line. So today we have 4 products in that skincare line. My favorite, well, they're all my favorite, but the anti-aging cream is what they officially came out with first. And we put it on our bodies everywhere, and it's like the Windex of the family. Got a burn, wound, cut, put some true science on it, but it smells like Japanese grapefruit. The first product in there is a facial cleanser, a perfecting lotion that's like a velvet water that really helps pH balance the skin. The cleanser men can use as shaving cream if they want. There was actually a shaving study. We can get you the results. And a beautiful eye serum that you can put on the lids, or you can put on your lip lines. You can put anywhere all over your face. And what this is actually doing by activating the NRF2 pathway, it's providing protection against the environmental assaults, and it's actually activating your own healing responses to the UVA and UVB rays, even though there's no sunscreen in it. Pretty remarkable. It's the best sunscreen, or I mean, the best skincare line I've ever used. And then we have a hair care system that recently came out called True Science Hair Care System, and it actually just won um, an international business award as well for the best new product. And it has a shampoo and a conditioner and a scalp serum, and it is definitely supporting healthy growth for people that have had struggles with their hair. Again, protecting against environmental assaults. It's Nerf2 activation for the scalp. What we put on our scalp actually absorbs inside of our body, in our brain. Think about this, within seconds, like 26 seconds. So if we're putting a lot of harsh chemicals on our hair, that's going into our brain. It makes you think a little twice, but this is clean. It's got peppermint and rosemary in it. And on Think Dirty app, both of our skincare and our hair care get 1 and 2 ratings. The Think Dirty app, I highly recommend you download that, because 1 and 2s are like the cleanest products out there on earth. Anything that, it's 1 through 10. And so the higher the number, the dirtier the product is. So find out what you're using, but you will fall in love with this. And here are some amazing before and afters of people who have really struggled with hair loss, alopecia, and it has helped so many people, as long as there's still normal hair growth. And then our final product is Pet Tandem, and Pet Tandem is for dogs. And if I shake this, and mine have already had theirs today, so I don't want to shake it, but they'll come run across of my lap and they will want to taste it. It's Pro Tandem for dogs in a chewable that tastes like bacon, chicken, and liver. Double-blind study of 80 dogs, and the clinicians could tell which dogs had the placebo and which ones had the test product before they even got the blood work back. Supporting a shinier coat, playful. When a dog doesn't feel well, they wear their heart on their sleeves, and supporting joint health and hearing and eyesight. So this is incredible, reducing oxidative stress. And think about it, dogs have 7 times the oxidative stress than humans do. And they're older, they're 7 years older, their first year of life, right? So they really do get bombarded by those free radicals because their little noses are closer to the ground. So that's our product catalog. You can choose your own level of biohacking. We have, it starts with a vitality stack, or you can even start with just 1 bottle of Pro Tandem. Sorry, I have a little bit of sniffles. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but anyway, there's our product line. And I want to sum up the product line by just mentioning this is done from Washington State University, one of the top medical schools in the world, talking about NRF2 activation. If you go to PubMed, that where I was saying, or Scholar Google, and you type in Nerf2, you're going to get about 12,000 studies. And prior to 1994, there was only 1. Nerf2, they say, may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Now think about that. Since the polio vaccine, what medical breakthrough have we really had here? And they're talking about the science of NRF2 activation. Big Pharma is spending billions of dollars trying to develop drugs that are NRF2 activators. LifeVantage has the first NRF2 activator in the world that is natural, the most potent, backed by clinical peer-reviewed research, not on Google, but on Scholar Google and PubMed. And you don't buy these products on Amazon. You don't know what you're getting when you buy those. You buy these through an independent distributor. So why are you hearing it about this like this? Well, this product, Pro Tandem, was on store shelves for 3 years after the ABC investigative report that John Quinones did that I mentioned back in 2005. And the company was bleeding money. They almost went bankrupt. So they took it to direct sales back in 2009, but really the first full year in 2010. And we are a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ, so everything is out there. We are a transparent company and very proud of the growth that we have achieved and where this company is going, that is truly changing lives and redefining the way we age and view diseases. And I have never done network marketing in my entire life, but yes, I have. If you own a business, or if you're out there trying to engage people in your life, if you're a doctor, you're a network marketer. It's people referral. That's what this is. And it is the business of the 21st century. So LifeVantage is actually in every market research product line that people are spending money, from anti-aging, skincare, hair care, pet care, energy, and weight loss. This is where people spend their money wanting to feel good and look good. But our products are not Me Too products that you can just buy anywhere. Our products are really high level nutrigenomic products that are actually very, very affordable. So look how people are earning income, additional income. Most people don't have just one job today. They have a little side gig. Look how people are earning income through Uber and Airbnb, renting their homes, Facebook, social sharing, Amazon. Oh my goodness, bricks and mortars are getting put out of business by Amazon, and people wanting their products right then and there. So what do these companies have in common that LifeVantage has in common? Well, basically, they have a network. And they have a network also through technology that's as simple as an app. They have an app, push of a button. We make our products so easy to get that I can send a shopping cart to people, or through a website that the company manages for me, I can also send a shopping cart to customers. And by the way, 80% of LifeVantage is customer based, which says a lot for what we have our hands on. We are a customer driven opportunity company. And also what I have learned about network marketing is actually it's about close to a $200 billion a year industry now. In 2017, it was a $189 billion industry. I mean, that's huge. Think about that. This business is being done all over the world. And if we don't find a way to create residual income, and that's what LifeVantage has here. We have an asset-based business opportunity that may or may not speak to you, but it might to somebody you know, love, and care about. Because if we don't find a way to earn income while we're sleeping, we will most likely be working until the day we transition from this earth. So what we're talking about is timing, and why timing is so incredible in LifeVantage. Well, number one, trends. It's not really trend. Anti-aging is here to stay, right? We have a company with exemplary leadership. We are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We have a compensation plan like none other out there that actually includes global revenue sharing, which I'll talk about in a moment. We have consumable products that people need every single day. So that's what starts creating, when you share this with people you know, love, and care about. I'd have to not like you to not share LifeVantage with you. I don't care if you do the business, but I do care if people are healthier. I mean, look how sick people are in this world today because of our environment, because of the toxicities that are happening. And here we have something that can help be a really amazing tool for their health toolbox. If you see the purple star there at the bottom in the early adoption stage, that's where LifeVantage is right now. We haven't hit what's called critical mass. We're about a $250 million a year company, on track to be a $1 billion a year company in a few short years. Prior to going into the network marketing realm, this company never made more than $3.5 million. They were a small biotech company out of the University of Colorado in Denver. And when that ABC report aired, there were $5 million of orders. And the company stock went up from $1 to 20 bucks, but quickly went down. They were almost delisted because at that time, they didn't have a manufacturing plant. They didn't have marketing infrastructure. They were nerdy scientists in a lab working, doing a little bit of volume. So they weren't prepared. So this has actually worked extraordinarily because retail did not. The company almost went bankrupt. When I started LifeVantage in 2012, in March of 2012, we were in 4 countries. And I just love seeing where we're going. We are unstoppable. And we'd love to have you come along, because getting back to this growth, that 80% growth where that purple star is, that early majority, that's people that are joining our company right now, that are working this and that are sharing this. And you get to ride this wave of momentum that is generational, willable, and sellable income. We are a legacy company. And this is really creating a vehicle for people to live the life of their dreams over 3 to 5 years. So I grew up in Kentucky. My dad actually was a coal miner's son. His father was killed in the coal mines of Appalachia. My dad was able to, I say, escape Appalachia on the GI Bill. He went to college, met my mom in Washington, D.C. I actually have a sister on this call as well. And, they came from that era where there was just never enough, and that mentality, that mindset. We moved back to Lexington, Kentucky when I was a little girl. And so that's where I grew up mostly. And they argued quite a bit about not having enough money left at the end, or actually not having enough days left at the end of the money. So we were always at a deficit. And I remember growing up that way. But I didn't grow up in an entrepreneurial home. I just have learned to work for people, the traditional 40 to 50 year plan, right? You go to school, you go to college, maybe you don't go to college, but maybe you get a higher education degree of some sort. And then you work for someone 40 to 50 years, and then you retire for maybe 40 to 50% of that pay when you worked 40 to 60, 70 hours a week, right? That's traditionally what's going to happen. And most people can't afford to retire today. I mean, look at the baby boomers that are having to go back to work, working supplemental jobs because they don't have enough money. Don't rely on social insecurity. It probably won't be here in a few years. So with LifeVantage, when you can find a company that has all the key components of a successful business model, 3 to 5 years, you can earn and learn and become a better person, build your personal development and growth skills, which has been actually extraordinary because this is all about helping other people. You are only as successful as the people that you help in LifeVantage. And 3 to 5 years, you can then live a life like most people would just dream about. And we know that the business is not for everybody. We don't need everybody to do the business, but we sure do need people to be customers, right? So get biohacked today. Start biohacking your health and get a little bit healthier. We pay really well in LifeVantage. I'm not going to go through the whole comp plan. You can get back to the person that shared that. But if you look at the 4% global revenue sharing at the bottom of the screen on the right side, what they do for the elite ranks, we have levels 1 through 10. And the Pro 7s, that's the first rank of the elite level, they give 1% of this 4% of the global revenue. This is commissionable monthly sales that are put in a pool and divided among Pro 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Pro 7s get 1 of the 4, Pro 8s get 2 of the 4 shares, Pro 9s get 3 of the 4, and Pro 10s get all 4 shares. That's well over a $30,000 a month pool right there. They pay weekly and they pay monthly. It's pretty nice how we pay. We can get you that more information. Since we are publicly traded, our earnings income disclosure statement is on our website when you scroll down to the bottom under resources. And, you know, when I'm meeting with people and they're talking about how maybe they just want to have their products paid for and that's all, that's fine. So maybe they want to be a Pro 2 or a Pro 3. So that's something that's very doable in a short amount of time. I try to get my team members to Pro 3 by the first 90 days in the business. And that's about, Pro 3 is about 5,000 volume points coming through your business, almost dollar for dollar, okay? And then you get into a higher level, and I got to tell you, Pro 5 and 6s, that was the income I looked at, but I didn't even, I thought 6,000, wow, that would be a lot to have that come in on the 15th of the month every month. And this does take time. This isn't net wish marketing. But I'll tell you what, I would never have thought 7 years ago that someone would tell me that I'm an Elite Pro 8 and you can see what the monthly average earnings income is for that. I would never have believed you because I didn't earn that kind of money when I worked in television news even. And I looked at the Pro 7 pay, but I didn't think I was worthy of that, to be honest with you. I didn't think I was capable of making that. Well, guess what? Even the most ordinary people in the world can do extraordinary things and learn how to be a better person and help others. So if you see this, we have ways you can get involved. We have a platinum pack and a gold pack and a silver pack. I'm just going to talk about the gold and platinum right now, which really give you a good experience of if you're going to share this. You get all of our products with the platinum pack. And you also get a ticket to our Elite Academy 10-year convention, which is in July 18th, or it's the 19th and the 20th. It's a Friday and Saturday in Kansas City. And I promise you, if you're thinking remotely about this, you got to get there. It will change your life. You will be blown away by the caliber of the people. We have over 1,500 healthcare professionals involved in LifeVantage. We now have Erin Brockovich, if you know who she is. She's an environmental activist. There was a movie named after her, or a movie made after her, and how she took PG&E, a big utility company in California, to court on behalf of 600 people. It was the largest civil lawsuit in the history of U.S. And she is going to be our keynote speaker. She is now on the board of directors for LifeVantage. So big things are happening in our company, with or without any one of us on board. But I'm glad I'm on board, and we sure would love to have you on board. We can talk to you more about these different packs. You do get a ticket for the gold pack as well to our next convention. And really 3 people that see it like you do, you're going to get a thank you check, 40% of that platinum pack. So you get a thank you check for $400 the next Friday. You do that, you know, somebody sees that as well, and they're going to, you've gotten in the business for free. This is a multi-million-dollar business opportunity, and it can't be just about the money that drives you. You truly have to have heart and want to do this and make a difference in the world. And LifeVantage has a beautiful legacy program, a 501(c), a nonprofit organization that we contribute to, and they match different charities all over the world. The last couple of years, my kids and my husband, we've been able to go down to Rocky Point, Mexico, and build homes for families, part of our families, helping families and providing meals for these families that were living in cardboard boxes. We have so much to be grateful for in LifeVantage. So I just say, thank the person that invited you, and please get back to them. Let them know, if you see this, if you would like more information, and we're happy to get you more information. So thank you everybody for joining us. Have a beautiful evening, and I'll talk to you soon.